Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the IOE SMP. My name is Arkozy and we have a lot in store today. The first plan on the agenda is to beautify our spawn a little bit. The first way we're going to do that is to get rid of some of these crazy vines going on in the background. Alright, there's still a lot of green over there, but hey, it's a good start. Next thing I want to do is start to get rid of some of these torches, especially around our center area, and just do little details that make things feel more cozy and more natural. Cool, that's looking a little bit better. Definitely fewer torches around the center area. I didn't change too much really because a lot of this stuff is still sort of temporary, namely the storage area, the portal, and our mob farm. And while I'm looking forward to sort of redoing those or making them more permanent in our world, this is not my spawn. I don't want to change too much without other people, and yeah, looking forward to collaborating more on that. However, we have been assigned a new project, and that is to build something around the sugarcane farm to make it fit into our world. Now, I think I'm going to jump over into the creative world because although I'm happy with all the builds we've been doing previously, I don't want to fall into the hole of everything looking the same. I want to keep developing new stuff, and yeah, that's why I want to use a creative world for this one, and we'll see what we can get done. Before we make that cut, I want to take a close... Oops. I want to take a closer look at this structure here so we know what we're building. You see, it's a super weird shape, very skinny and long, so it's going to take something sort of unique to make it fit in place. It doesn't need to be too tall, so we have a lot of different options, and of course our building can be bigger than the footprint of this farm. We just need to fit it inside. Okay, so here we are once again, and if you remember our pumpkin and melon farm, I set up another little area to show about the approximate size of the farm we're trying to cover up. This is going to help us get an idea of scale, and of course if we build something too small, it would be a problem. So this is what we've got. It's actually not such a small area, so we'll have to come up with something nice here. I'm going to try really hard to do something that I've failed to incorporate so far in the builds, and that is use more mangrove wood, because I think it looks so good, it just hasn't found a place yet. So that's going to be one of the features. Of course, the deep slate that we've been using is sort of like a solid foundation for any building, and I think I would like to include it as well. So we'll see what happens. Although this is just a basic rectangle, I think we can do something outside of the box. And there we go, it's done. Sorry I didn't include you guys in more of the building process. But yeah, this was actually a little while ago that I made this, and just made some tweaks which could still change eventually. I'm not 100% sure. Here is the original attempt, which you see a similar base shape, fewer details, and the roof is completely different. I still like this idea, and I like this sort of shape, so maybe we use it again in another project one day, but I feel like it just didn't work. So then I also made an attempt at this sort of antenna thing, but it felt less industrial to me and more sort of, I don't know, sci-fi or even cyberpunk. So yeah, you know, if you're trying to build industrial, guys, just put more chimneys, pipes, everything. Okay, it works. So yeah, the copper does clash a little bit here. I'm not sure if I want to keep that or change it maybe to this more rusted copper color. But the shapes I think are good, and yeah, we're gonna get this built on the survival server. It's bigger than I originally intended. I seem to have this problem, but I think it looks cool. I like it, and yeah, we're gonna get this copied over. And here we are back on the server. So when I said copying before, I kind of meant copying. I want to try something new, and I want to actually have a discussion with you guys about this. I'm going to try using the Schematica mod, or the Lightmatica mod in this case. And that's because I like building in Minecraft, but I don't like having to copy everything block for block that I've made in my test world over to survival. It's super tedious. I don't feel like it's a new challenge. I just feel like it's annoying and it gets in the way. And that's part of the reason why it's taken so long for this episode to come out, just because I've been sort of dreading doing that. And so I want to load up the schematic here. I'm going to show you guys how it works. And yeah, let me know if you think this is too cheaty. I don't know. I think it's okay. I've done the building. Of course, I'm gathering all the resources. In the end, I'm placing all the blocks by hand still. It's just a little blueprint for me to do so. So here we have it. It is shocking at first, right? It's a weird Minecraft experience. Basically, this is our little blueprint, which we've copied over from our creative world. These blocks are not solid. I'm like a ghost. I can walk right through them. But yeah, we can just see which blocks need to go where, and this makes the process so much faster. So please leave a comment what you guys think of this, if you have a strong opinion one way or another. I think at first it's a little shocking. I don't like the idea of cheating in any way, but it's not that bad in the end, I believe. And actually, I'm pretty sure this should be talked about more because I'm quite certain a lot of famous YouTubers are using this without saying anything, which is also fine. It's their decision. I know, for example, Zuma has showed this in his videos before. But yeah, I don't understand the sort of illusion that some people need to create in order to hide this or make it seem like they're building it just from scratch or just from screenshots. I think it's really the same thing. This is just a much, much better way and more effective way of doing that. In the end, it's just something to save time and save some sanity. So now it's time for me to stop talking and start building. I will check in with you guys once everything is done. And there we have it. The schematic is gone. The building is here. You've all seen it already, but yeah, happy with how it turned out. The only thing I did change is those pipes on top. I'll give you a view of it here. So yeah, they're just a bit more oxidized, and I will continue to let those oxidize a bit more. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I like it, and I'm glad that it's here on the server now. Our little water stream for transporting items is sort of in the way from some angles. However, I think the placement of the building is still good. This leaves a good gap here for a road eventually, and it's nice to have a new piece for our city. And thanks to our lovely new schematics mod, that means I'm able to go a little bit faster with my building, and that means today you're getting a double building episode. I already have the next one planned out. It's gonna go up here. It's a spot I have had marked out for a little while now, up on the hill above our city. And yeah, I'm excited for this one actually. I was really inspired and made something which I think is really pretty. I hope everyone else likes it as well. It's a little step away from the sort of hardcore industrial style going on down below, and that's one of the reasons it's being moved up here. There's a different block palette and everything, but I did sort of try to connect it and lean into that industrial style and some of the building tactics that we've used down below. So I'm going to load it up, let you guys look at it, and then it will be back to resource gathering. So we're back in the creative world. This is not the final version of the build, but I did want to show sort of the process that I was going through when I designed it. So I've got here a little church, well, actually a not so little church, based on something I saw in France actually. And yeah, got started here. I liked it. I picked out all the colors that we wanted to use. But as I was going along, I realized this thing is kind of huge again. And like I've spoken about before, that's sort of a problem I've been running into. And I wanted to challenge myself a bit more and keep it smaller in scale. So moved on, modified some things, kept some things, and got this version. Ended up with our final product, which is here. And man, I love this little building. I think it's definitely a difference to the other stuff we built on the server. The blocks and the colors are totally different. But what I'm really most happy with is the shapes that I created here. I'll show you a few angles, but I don't know, there's something just super satisfying about it. I'm really happy with it, and yeah, maybe I'm seeing it through through builder's eyes or something, but I really like it. However, as you can see, there's a lot of sandstone in here, so I think we're gonna have to go back on the creative server, explore our little world border, and hope that we can find a good spot to take some of that. So, like, do we have a desert?
I almost got killed by skeletons because I didn't have that armor.
Yeah, this way.
Okay, perfect. Because I need some sandstone.
Oh, there's a big desert out there.
And there's a mini mesa.
Oh, that's even better. I need some terracotta. Not much, though. Just a few blocks.
Okay, perfect, because there's not much. Look to your left. Look to your left. See the mesa? The whole mesa?
Oh, that's it.
By the way, I just checked. The world has approximately a 600 block radius now.
That's a lot. There's another camel over there.
Camel.
Camel. Does it come from my carrot? Okay, anyways, I guess we found what we were looking for. I've loaded the schematic now into our world. This is going to be the placement. I've checked it out from a few different angles around the server, and I'm happy with this one. As you can see, there's a big tree we need to remove first, and then we'll get to building. Another super useful part of this mod is the little material list we can gather. So with this, I can calculate all the sand that I need to go dig. Well, since I can't do anything on the server right now, I figured I would let you guys have a look at the interior of the church. There is currently no real entrance. That's something I still need to get figured out. But yeah, being in creative, I'll just pop in here really quick. And here's a view as you enter. So it's pretty small in here, pretty tightly packed. But actually I'm pretty happy with it. I would say still my interiors are not nearly as good as my exteriors, but this will do the job. It'll be up on the hill. It actually won't get used that much. So yeah, I'm happy with everything in here. Man, I really wish they made like copper bells because these sort of stick out like a sore thumb, but I like those as well. Got a little pulpit here, fountain, even confession. Oh. Confession booth. Tell me your sins, my son. So anyways, you guys get the point. One more thing I wanted to talk about a bit more was the colors sort of that I tried to bring into the walls here. And this is something that I think would have made myself and probably many Minecraft builders uncomfortable just a few years ago. But partially because just the way that we've been pushing ourselves, or also the increase in blocks in Minecraft, stuff like this is more possible. But just trying to bring in a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue with the clay and the terracotta. You can almost think of it like an impressionist painting. If you look at the shadows in a painting, you'll see blues instead of maybe what you first would assume would be there in just darker versions of whatever color is being shadowed. So yeah, it's something I'm messing with. Ooh, secret hole. Yeah, since when is this down here? I'm scared. Oh. I did not know this existed. Guys, I'm stupid. And yes, I'm wearing my schoolgirl outfit. I did not think about this when I was building in creative mode. Prismarine, dark prismarine. We do not have this. Very sad. I ran around the whole server. We don't have pretty much any ocean even, much less a guardian, whatever it's called. So I am gonna have to try a few new samples of blocks I can use up here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Copper, dark oak, nether brick is kind of cool. Bees. Nah, let's go with the nether bricks. Now I may teach you of my true intentions with this project. Sit you and heed word of Nuggetboi, the holiest of Minecraft slimes, and the creation. I read to you from the book of Nuggetboi. In the beginning, when the world was void and the blocks lay unformed, the Lord spoke, and from the depths of the world a slime was born. His name was Nuggetboi, a creature of joy, bouncing with the essence of laughter and mirth. Nuggetboi was small, but his heart was grand. He embraced man with warmth, guiding them through worlds. And man loved Nuggetboi, for he was a friend in the dark, illuminating their paths with his holy glow. But lo, the world was not without peril. Miscreants lurked in the shadows, and dangers abounded. Nuggetboi in his innocence leapt into adventures, his squishy form a beacon of hope. He guarded over the chambers where the council parlayed. He broke bread with friends and enemies alike. Even these holy acts, however, could not save Nuggetboi. One faithful day, as the sun set upon the horizon, a great evil approached, glimmering with malice. Nuggetboi stood his ground, for he knew that fate is not which can be altered, but our only path forward. And so it came to pass that Nuggetboi fought alone, death itself descending upon the brave Nuggetboi. With a mighty boom, the earth shook, and in that moment of chaos, Nuggetboi fell, his form scattering silently into this world. And man cried out in sorrow, for they had lost their beloved Nuggetboi. From the ashes of his demise, new heroes would arise, each carrying a piece of Nuggetboi's spirit with them. Man, in his grief, built a shrine, a mausoleum to their fallen companion. And so, let it be known that in every place, in every world, the memory of Nuggetboi shall never fade. And finally, like 4 days later, I'm finished. Even though I had the mod to help me out, so many blocks, so many different types of blocks, it was still kind of a pain. But finally we're done. I'll give you a last run through here, even though it's all the same. But yeah, glad that it's here on the server, and I'll show a couple nice views of it from down below in the center of spawn. But yeah, so the building is done. There's still plenty of work to be done around it, however. I think over to the right here, there's too much sort of blank space, and you can definitely see that from down below as well. So I think I'll put a nice big tree there. Maybe I'll do a couple more custom trees somewhere on this side, maybe in front, maybe up the hillside if I have the energy. And then as well, making a path up here. I knew I should have done this before I did the building, because in the end I had to run up and down this hill approximately 70,000 times. But yeah, I want to make a path, and I'm kind of undecided if I want to make it just a normal path, or if I want to make sort of a rail line up here would be much more convenient. But yeah, anyways, happy to be moving on to the next steps. And I do think I will start off with that first custom tree over here. This is probably going to be the biggest one of all that I build, if I even end up building more than one. And yeah, this one I will not be, using the Lightmatica mod for, although I did do a practice run in the test world. And that is because we've updated the server to 1.21, which means hopefully we'll have some new exciting content coming out soon with trial chambers and stuff. We'll see if we can find one in our little world. But yeah, I'm very excited for that and for the other little changes. But for now, we're gonna get to that tree. So I ran out of leaves and had to take a pause, but this gives us a good chance to sort of check in how we're doing, our shapes and everything. And actually I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think it fills the space nicely. You can see it from down below. I'll show a view. I do think it actually looks better close up. However, it does need some more filling in. This branch I'm quite happy with. I think I'll leave it as is, and I'll sort of use that as a model. I kind of want to end up having these two branches as well in a similar shape, a similar fashion. So I'll fill out the underneath of these two, Obviously this little guy is not quite done. And then I think give the top a little bit more height and then sort of almost doming out from there. So hopefully we end up with a nice shape. Okay, I think it's looking finished. Yeah, I like how we ended up here. I think overall, I know I said the word shape like 12 times already, but I like the shape. I think it's good. It's doing its job of filling in the space, and yeah, you can sort of see how sort of the larger, maybe older sections of the tree are drooping down a little bit. They have some age and some wear to them. Smaller branches, a bit more perky, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. Could be a time where I come and want to edit some things or add some details or something, but for now I'm pleased and we'll move on to the next thing. Before we move on to the paths, however, I want to show you guys a few clips from some work we did last night on moving all the items from our old storage area to the new one.
I'm gonna put miscellaneous wood. Here. Everything that's not wood goes in this chest.
Perfect.
Anything that's not any like the wood, anything that's not a wood named like a tree,
Things that
has,
are
like,
wood but not wood.
not called like oak or birch.
Yeah.
Like miscellaneous wood.
I have no idea why.
If you have an item that's just like a chest that's like wood but not wood.
Oh,
Or
like not
sticks.
the stylized wood. It's just
Yes.
like wood products.
Yes, wood products.
Okay.
Glad we
Not
got that
many of
settled.
them.
Yeah, it was not important for me to do that. I was just so confused because you
I'm wondering
stated it so terribly.
There's not that many. There's not that many in our chests. We only had like torches, chests, ladders. Should those just be like a miscellaneous, or like utility chest, not miscellaneous wood? Any thoughts?
Yeah, you could do that, I guess. Is bucket of fish a tool?
In the creative menu, it is.
Yes.
Perfect.
How come it's not activating the door?
It is
Are you
very-
messing with
it's
my
just
note
open.
block?
It's stuck open.
Oh, I understand.
Joe, did you break my effing thing?
It wasn't me. I came over and it was already being broken by somebody else.
Not broken.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. It's not like it's gonna be broken when we rip the whole floor out.
Ah, sorry.
I missed the amethyst. Oh wait, oh my god, can you give me some food?
Sure.
Wow, thank you.
Alright,
Thank
I'm
you
here.
so much.
Okay, I'm tearing this stuff down.
And Bryce's door is first. I'm kidding. Oh my god, who hit all this lighting under here?
Me.
I don't think that's true.
It's in my episode.
Any particular reason we got rid of the floor, by the way?
Because it was
we don't-
ugly.
Because Jake
Okay.
hated it, per usual. Like
What?
everything I like.
No. What about that time Adam hated it?
Yeah.
Listen, I am support. What is that wood called? I don't even remember.
Oh.
Purple nether tree wood flooring.
I see.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, you're.
Yes!
It wasn't even. It was his thorns knocked me back.
I know. I wasn't at all the right angle for that to be me.
and there we go. A little chaotic as always, but now we have our brand new flat area that we can use to eventually put a path through and maybe a little garden or something like that. Everything is moved into the new storage area where it's currently being all sorted out automatically. And yeah, so next we're going to be moving on to a path up to the top here where the church is. And yeah, I think I decided I will just make a regular path. Maybe eventually I'll add a rail if it's necessary, but I don't think it will be. So I wanted to come up here, up to a higher vantage point where we can sort of get an idea of the terrain and where this path will best fit. So just looking at it here, obviously we want it to end here. The start point can be sort of flexible. So coming down here, the obvious smoothest sections would be going down this way, and then maybe doubling back. Over here is where it gets troublesome. It's pretty steep here and over here. So I think what we're gonna have to do is double back and then sort of double back again and go down in between these trees, which some of them might have to be removed anyways. Then here's another steep section, but I think we'll just have to deal with it because either way you go, it's steep. So make a staircase either going this way or this way, and then the path can come back around here and, I don't know, go down this way, or maybe circle back and go around here. I think eventually there will also be a path going along this building, so we have options. All right, so we're back at the top. All the necessary materials have been acquired, hopefully. Once again, I've managed to fill my inventory very quickly. Mojang, please fix. But yeah, we're gonna start at the top here. This is the easy section, I think, so it'll give us a good opportunity to understand how we want to mix blocks in and everything. So we'll do that and at least get a little section done so that we know what we're doing going forward, and we'll see what happens. Okay, that actually went quicker than I thought. So we got a good section of path done here from the top going down around these curves like I talked about, and not quite down to the bottom. I think I'm going to wait and discuss with city manager Bohunk where these paths are gonna best connect up. So we'll figure that out next time. I also still need to do lighting. I hate seeing all these torches around, so that's gonna be a big project. But yeah, overall really happy with it. I'll jump down there and show you. I think it's a nice color scheme that fits with a more natural setting, and I even, oh no, okay, it's fine. I thought I was gonna make that. I even found potential for a new project in here. There was already sort of a natural arch here with a cave, and so I just went ahead and built that up a little bit, and I quite like how it's almost hidden. The door, of course, brings some contrast in, but yeah, we'll have to find something cool to do in here. It almost gives me cellar vibes, so maybe something related to the church, and yeah. Anyways, quite happy with it. Feels still like you're in the jungle, but also like it's a clear way to get up here. So there we have it. That's going to be it for this episode as the moon rises over our new church. Thank you all so much for watching, and once again, leave a comment on your thoughts on the mod or any other suggestions you have for the series or our world. So thanks again. Have a great day. Bye bye.